Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Star vs. the Forces of Evil episode analysis video. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode Trickstar, which just came out today, and I will admit it wasn't exactly a serious episode. But however, there were a couple things that I did notice that are actually worth mentioning. And let me just start off the episode analysis by saying that almost pretty much half of the episode images that you saw during each of the promos were in this episode. But alright, let me stop exaggerating. Technically, exactly 12 out of the 29 images for the promos were used in this episode. So yeah, we gotta look out for another 17 images that were used in the promos to promote each episode in order for us to complete the puzzle. But as I just said previously, there are some things worth mentioning. Let's just start off with the simple fact that Preston Changeyo was an absolute creep. Turns out Star was actually right in this episode, as we can see from the ending when he escapes the trunk, that he is a magic user. Of course, one of the same scenes that we saw in the promo. The fact of the matter is, it is true that he did explain how he was able to do some of his magician skill tricks, but it might be more to it than that. It's revealed in the episode that he actually steals joy from others because of the fact that he can't make his own joy. But I mean, come on, is that seriously it? Does he just steal joy and that's it? Has anyone thought of the fact that perhaps he's actually the person that keeps stealing all of not only joy, but all of the magic around the world? I find it very peculiar how they wait until the end of the episode to show that he's actually escaped. That's almost like saying the writers ignored the disappearance of Toffee, which I totally doubt that they did. Of course, he wasn't exactly a so-called major character, but I still find that quite odd. Within the same episode, he did, however, lie about having magic. So I guess in the end, who are we to say that we know his character? And most of all, his true motivations of why he keeps stealing people's joy. It was also interesting to see that Star does indeed still care about Marco. Ever since the beginning of the episode when she first saw Preston, she already was suspecting something was suspicious. But notice that as soon as she sees Marco sad, she runs to his aid. It's just something to actually recognize, because later in the future episodes, we realize that the future of their friendship is going to collapse. Of course, it's not as soon as some of us thought, but we already know no matter what, it's gonna happen, just progressively slow, that is. And personally, coming from my perspective, I actually think that's a good thing. Seeing these two besties not interact with one another would actually be heartbreaking.
Ah, here comes the cake stick!
Especially after witnessing Star losing her family possessions, and even this clip of Glossrick practically betraying Star over a tub of pudding. And I don't even care if it was actually for Star's own training. I mean, regardless of that, he really hurt her feelings. And sadly, ladies and gentlemen, I will probably hurt your feelings as well. That's the end of my video. That's pretty much all I can gather up for this episode. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but part B of each episode of Star vs. the Force of Evil aren't really popular for being serious. So without further ado, I wipe my hands and I shall say that this is the end. Can't wait to catch you guys in another one of my videos again, perhaps most likely tomorrow. The next episode is going to be Baby. I bet that is going to be a very significant episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.